It's bourbonblog.com live. I'm Tom Fischer here with Caroline Rosen. She is the president of the Tales of the Cocktail Foundation. We've been going to Tales for over a decade now, and it's your very first virtual Tales of the Cocktail. Welcome to the show, Caroline.
Thank you so much for having me. And yes, we're virtual, but it's so good to see your face. And thanks for taking time to share the good word with all of your viewers.
Absolutely. So, Tales, it's been so important to, both New Orleans and to all the restaurants, hotels, everyone in hospitality, spirits, all those and more for many, many years. And it's going to continue to be important this year because people can actually join in online.
Yeah, I mean, Tales has always been this amazing gathering where we could find friends old and new, find mentors, obviously learn so much through the education and get to experience New Orleans. And when the world turned into what the world turned in, we pivoted, which is also, I feel like I use the word pivot now more than I ever have before in my entire life. We wanted to find a way to be able to bring those essence. I need another cup of coffee this morning to everyone.
Or you can grab a cocktail. That's okay too.
That's what I really want, but I'm not sure if I need that right now. No, and what's exciting this year is that everything is going to be free and open to the public. A lot of people can't join us in July usually. It's obviously an investment to come to Tales.
Right.
We've always had seminars where, they range from $35 to $65. And this year, damn it, it's open to everyone. And it's open. It's going to be a 24-hour-a-day platform for 4 days in September. And so I'm really, really excited to be able to share this.
That's very exciting. And again, people, as long as they register ahead of time, is there going to be any sort of, as far as those seminars, all that, is there any cutoff, or can these be as big as we want them to be?
No, what's so exciting is you can register starting, is it August 20? I think you can do it August 24th, August 31st. We'll put the right date in there.
Right.
But what's so great is that we're going to have some recorded content. So the second that you register, you're going to be able to look at what's available throughout that week, but you're also going to be able to start digesting some of the information and some of the amazing education that we're going to offer. Right. So it's an opportunity for you to kind of self-guide. We know that everyone's schedules, and there's like a lot of virtual fatigue at times these days. So we wanted to be able to give it to people in chunks and then have live Q&As to go along with those. We're going to have live seminars, and as many people as we want can join, because that's a problem at Tales, right?
Yeah. Those rooms can fill up because it's so popular, but this is the never-ending room that keeps on expanding.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would imagine, Caroline, that's even probably part of your, I mean, at least because it has to be virtual this year, understandably, due to the pandemic. But I would imagine that your hope is that it just can grow as big as it can for this year and then even further into the future.
Exactly. I mean, this is something that I think we all always wanted to have a virtual component. We always wanted to be able to share it with more people. And we've learned how to do that, damn it. And we're going to take these best practices that we're learning, and as we look to next year and beyond, definitely keep some of these key components
right,
and fold them into whatever Tales next year is going to be.
So, I mean, obviously, and fortunately, I mean, you see a few bottles behind me. I mean, those of us in the business, and you probably have some around there someplace. Those of us in the business do have a few bottles. Obviously, I should have also mentioned earlier, consumers. I mean, one of the cool things I think is, as we've gone over the years, the industry people and the chance to reunite with people that we don't see every day. Maybe we see them a few times a year, maybe more. But it's those consumers that have really enjoyed coming back year after year. And that's so important to the Tales experience too. But no matter whether consumer, enthusiast, are we going to get to be like know ahead of time what bottles to buy, and how does that work?
Yeah. So they're definitely going to be tasting opportunities.
Yeah.
We have a lot of different 101 courses, and then we also have some more in-depth courses that, the key is to register, is to go online, is to go on the platform, and you're going to be able to do that through talesofthecocktail.org. Register and then go in and sign up for these classes, because they're going to have all the requirements, or not requirements, but if you want to follow along at home by doing some tastings, they're going to have those options. And like you said, like, this is an opportunity. I think it was really interesting. You said, we get together with a few people that you see every year at Tales, and we wanted to recreate that. And so there is a lobby feature. I'm sorry, my dog is barking. You get it.
I've seen the picture of your dog online.
That's right.
What's your dog's name?
Ginger Rosen. She is
very nice.
She's the best. But there are going to be opportunities where, you can hang out in the lobby, and, maybe you'll run across Colin Appia. He's always in the lobby. Like, we're going to have some like cool virtual meetups like that. And then the other thing that is going to be really amazing is we have so many wonderful partners. I mean, when you come to Tales, you come for education, you come for mentorship and for, obviously connecting, but you also come to experience
what
so many of our partners are doing, and they all have virtual booths. So you're going to be able to log in and go to their virtual booth. You're going to be able to see who all is in there. You can video chat with them. They're going to have different experiences. So I'm really excited to see what they come up with too.
Yeah. So as when we would typically, and again, for those, I think a lot of people watching probably have been to Tales or are familiar with Tales, but as we go to Tales, there are always these experiences where we'll go to the front of the Hotel Mont Leon for a cocktail, or another place, and something's being unveiled. So really, it's going to be like a virtual map of different places that you can just go to, as if they're in these rooms in New Orleans.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing.
It's going to be fun. I mean,
Cool.
the other nice thing about it being virtual is that we're really able to accommodate the globe. So, one of the things that we're committed to is having some regional conversations specifically around COVID. So these are going to be live talks around each region. So the way that COVID is impacting Europe is different than Asia, is different than the US. And so all of these conversations get to be in their own time zone, right? So as we're waking up at, I've been waking up early these days, at 6 a.m., I may be able to turn into a conversation that's live happening in Europe.
Wow.
But don't fret if you don't get up early. Every single conversation that happens is recorded and put into our library. So, if you're not able to get up and see what's happening in Asia that day, you're going to be able to go on to the platform and see what's newly added, and really be able to watch all of these conversations, which is great.
That is really cool. And again, I put the website up there, talesofthecocktail.org, to check out all the information. If anybody has questions for Caroline, ask them down below. This video will be up permanently, so no matter when you're watching, share this, because we want to make sure we let everybody know just how special this is. Again, this year, Tales of the Cocktail is open to everyone, 21 and over. It's free. It's something that is there for both consumers, for the industry as well, virtually. And do you think in some ways, I'm just imagining as we've had, and of course, so many amazing establishments, restaurants, bars in New Orleans, and my wife and I, we're going to miss this year going to New Orleans and dining at some of our favorite places, with some of our favorite people. But do you think that in this year, as bartenders are able to showcase what they're doing from the backdrop of their bar, do you think it's had a different perspective, regionalities, and just culture, and what do you think of that?
Yeah, I think obviously all New Orleanians, like when July passed, it was the week of Tales was one that we were all just quietly mourning. Like, oh my God, this is so bizarre. But what's nice is not only are we going to be able to tap into people in their own communities, but like I keep going back to, like, all the bartenders in New Orleans are actually going to be able to like learn and participate and have this information at their fingertips, because they're usually slammed, which is super good. But no, I think it's going to be great. And I think having so many different regional conversations, it's going to bring a new lens to tales that is very appropriate and very needed for right now.
And I should say also, and I agree, I should say also that in years past, there have been experiences where I'm just trying to think of, because I've been to so many tales. For example, many years ago, Breckenridge Distillery from Colorado, they brought, to give the snow feel, they actually brought like a snow machine in front of Hotel Monteleone. It was ice, and it was basically snowing, and they had these really cool snow cones. So even though I say it's going to be these backdrops of these places and distilleries and bars, there has always been this sense of whatever you're known from, whether it's whiskey or Colorado, it has been brought so appropriately and so creatively to Tales of the Cocktail that we feel like when we go to New Orleans, we both have this beautiful Southern culture, and then we also we feel like we're traveling just through this vessel, don't we?
Absolutely.
It's always been that way.
We have such a creative community that it's always amazing to see how they bring it to life. And I think it's definitely using different muscles, bringing it to life digitally, but I'm excited to see what so many of our communities, how they express this digitally, because I continue to have my mind blown. No, it won't stop.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have a question from our good friend Simon Ford here. Is there going to be an online awards ceremony? Thanks for asking, Simon.
Hey, Simon.
Hey.
A man who has won many Spirited Awards.
Yes.
Yes, there is. We are doing the awards ceremony at the end of the week. We're celebrating our judging for Spirited Awards wrapped before COVID.
Wow.
And we put a lot of intent and we had a lot of conversations to make sure it was appropriate to continue with the awards. It's not something that we came by lightly. We have been chatting with our co-chairs, with the members of all of our committees across the globe. And what we decided is, it is a part of our community to show that we are committed to continuing to support our spirits and hospitality brothers and sisters. And we wanted to be able to do that. So we are releasing some of the names. And then we're focusing the actual awards ceremony on about 8 categories. So we're focusing on Philanthropy Award that we started last year. Best Bar Mentor, which we're adding an international bar mentor this year, which is really important. We want to be able to highlight more of that work. Best Bar Team, Best International and American Bartender. But yes, we are having a ceremony. We are releasing some of the awards earlier in the week, but we're very excited to be able to celebrate the good work of so many of the members of our community pre-COVID. And we know the world's going to look really different. I mean, it looks different now. We know it's going to look different next year. And this is our way as we kind of start pivoting to what the Spirited Awards will look like next year as well.
Excellent. Great question, Simon. And if you have any other, that'll be cool. And if you have any other questions, anybody who's been to Tales before, or maybe you've always thought about going and this is going to be your chance, because you'll be able to just get to a little bit of it rather than making the trip to New Orleans. But obviously, as hopefully a year from now, we'll all be able to come back to New Orleans. We will look forward to that. As we look at these a lot of product launches and releases. I mean, I can remember a lot of just incredible whiskeys and spirits that had their launch at Tales that we first tried and reviewed at Tales. Will we see that as well? Will we see products doing or brands doing that, and how will they do that?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to see some new products. I think we're not going to see the mass that we usually do, because I think our entire industry is right now in such a crisis.
Right.
And there is such an emphasis on making sure that we are supporting the many bartenders, barbacks, bar owners, servers that that really make what we do important.
Right.
So yes, there are going to be some, but I think that just with the climate of what we're in, we're not going to have a slew of them, just because it's not something that we're that we're really, again, like super promoting, or the brands aren't.
Right.
So yes,
Right.
there will be some. I'm excited about a few, but it's not going to be the main focus this year.
It won't be huge. We'll still see a few, and again, a lot of sponsors that you have that have been able to make this virtual experience conference possible. Want to talk about a few of those that have been helpful?
Yeah, I mean, we're so fortunate that, all of our partners that you see year after year with our, that kind of have those cornerstone events, they're definitely back. And they're excited to bring to life some of the things that they traditionally do in New Orleans. And so everyone's still working on their plans. The beautiful thing about a digital platform is that the brands have a little bit more time to work everything out. But I'm definitely hoping that it's August 29th that everyone should sign up for the to be able to log in and see what's available at talesofthecocktail.org. So I'm not going to share any spoilers yet, but there are going to be some really awesome surprises throughout the week.
And they'll be joining us from across the country. A lot of the presenters will be. Will there be anything with the backdrop of New Orleans that we will be seeing so that we can feel like we're there?
Yeah, absolutely. There are going to be different videos highlighting different people in our community, trying to show you all some of the favorite spots that we go to. I think there are going to be some different little surprises in the lobby. There may be a frozen Irish coffee or two coin hanging around there that you'll be able to use in person next year. We're definitely trying to bring the vibrance of the city online, and I hope that you'll tune in to see a couple of the different ways that we're doing that, a couple of different ways that our partners are too. We're seeing a lot of the brands partner with local bars here to do many fundraisers, and we're just all trying to piece it together as best as we can.
I like this idea of so it's going to be like a virtual lobby, because that's where we all hang out. Is that what this is going to be, like a virtual lobby?
It's like a chat room, but we're calling it the virtual lobby.
That's great.
I'm just saying we're going to need you there for at least an hour a day just to hang out, meet with the people. We've gotten Colin Appia. He said he's going to hang out there. It's just going to be fun. It's just a way to hopefully run into people, and again, it's just another way to keep it fun and keep it fresh, and again, try to bring some of those things that we love so much about Tales New Orleans to life.
Absolutely. I mean, the lobby is a place a lot of us just go just to be close to, whether it's the Carousel Bar, whatever it might be, but just to see who's coming and going. So make sure that we get to see all of our friends, to make sure we don't, because sometimes you can go to a Tales, and as long as you may stay, there's so many great people there. Hopefully you won't miss seeing who you want to see, but you're going to stay in the lobby and hopefully see them, right?
Yeah, run into someone is always a good move at Tales.
Oh, absolutely. What do you hope that the virtual Tales helps to bring to, whether it's the consumers, the bar community, hospitality, that maybe it hasn't in the past? I mean, it's obviously brought so much, but what are you hoping this new layer is going to do?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that I'm really excited about is these office hours that we have, and it's just about that connecting, right? Like, there's so many times that we've had a couple of like the amazing mentors in our community. Like, if we look at the cocktail maestro, Salvatore, he hasn't been to Tales, I don't think, in the last couple of years, but I've been lucky enough to spend some time with him while I was abroad, and it's getting some of this amazing talent that have so much to give and so much to mentor, that they're going to have an opportunity to do that online. If we look at Peter Dorelli, if we look at so many of these like amazing folks, what we're doing is we're asking people across the globe to be mentors or have office hours. So they're going to be 15-minute slots that some of the best across the globe, that again may not always be able to make it to Tales, are going to be able to really interact one-on-one with people for 15-minute blocks. And so that's something that I'm excited about, especially as I remember coming to Tales 10 years ago, and the first time I met Dave Wondrich, you're just like, Oh my gosh. And the fact that so many of these OGs, as well as so many amazing people that are doing the work right now, are giving their time to this platform to really be there for folks. And
Right.
I don't know, I think that's the coolest thing is, again, like truly going global and being able to have these different voices going throughout 24 hours a day. Like, I think that's going to be the coolest because it's something that we try to emulate at Tails, but we can't always get a true group of leaders in this community at the same time in the same room in the same place, and we can do that virtually.
That is so cool. There's sometimes when I've been to Tales of the Cocktail, it feels like it hasn't stopped. I mean, but obviously we have taken some time to slow down, but in the best possible way, due to all the different time zones, this will be truly a nonstop Tales of the Cocktail, and just gives you the chance to really bring in so many people and in so many different time zones. It's so cool what it's doing.
I'm pretty jazzed.
Yeah, that's so exciting. And again, the way to learn more is to go to talesofthecocktail.org, talesofthecocktail.org. Again, August the 29th, you said?
29th.
29th.
Yep.
Is when you can actually find out all the different courses, seminars. I understand there's going to be some seminars that are really going to help address, and there always have been, but there's going to be some new ones to help really address important issues that are really important to restaurants and bars right now.
Yeah, so we're doing a deep dive not only on the business side of that, the COVID effect, but we also have to look at, the DEI work, the Black Lives Matter movement that's happening. We definitely want to be, Tales will always have cocktails, and it's Tales of the Cocktail,
Sure.
but we also want to be able to support our community and lift those voices. And I'm really, really excited to have some of those conversations carried on. Chris Cabrera, who did an amazing, our really like our first all LGBTQ seminar last year, is coming back to the table.
Great.
And they are doing like an amazing session this year. And again, it's a ton of voices. We're going to have, lots of seminars.
Right.
But it's important, and we're excited that so many people have joined us to really share this information. And again, I'm hoping that it reaches everyone across the globe that we have this platform now.
Excellent. Again, it's Caroline Rosen, president of the Tales of the Cocktail Foundation. If you have any questions, ask down below, tweet back. You're watching us on bourbonblog.com/live. Make sure you like this video, share it with friends, bookmark Bourbon Blog Live, or wherever you're watching from. We'll continue to bring you more information on bourbonblog.com as we get closer and closer to Tales, which is, again, end of the dates exactly, September the
21st through the 24th.
September 21st to the 24th. Talk about and we've been to some of the Dames Hall of Fame events in the past. Talk about that.
Yes. So Dame Hall of Fame is coming back this year. Again, a platform of inclusivity. And we are honoring not only a national and an international Dame that we always do, but the Dames actually kicked off with a Pioneer Award about 11 years ago. And this year, the Pioneer Award will be actually in the Spirited Awards, which is very, very exciting. So in addition to that, we're going to be having we usually have a Friday lunch for all the Dames and an opportunity to hear from those that won not only national, international, and Pioneer Awards, and some really like heart-wrenching, beautiful speeches. Right. And so I'm so excited that is going to happen on Thursday this year. And I hope that everyone can tune in. We're still working on exactly what that format's going to look like, but it's going to be really, really special. And we're excited that the Pioneer Award will be joining our other Spirited Awards.
That's very exciting. And that all that can also be found on talesofthecocktail.org as well. Any other, I'm trying to hit on all these things.
I know. You've done such a good job. There's a lot to cover.
Part of it's that I've been going to so many tales, and I'm like, we want to make sure we go to this event and that event, and don't forget about and there's always these nice surprise events, and in the past, a lot of surprise performers and pop-ups and all these things that we can also experience virtually as well. So it's just going to be incredible. Any other parts of it that I want to make sure we've hit on everything that could be something important?
Yeah, I mean, we're also this year, we're going to bring back our Beyond the Bar area. So that has always been free and open to the public. We talk about everything from inclusivity to health and body, mind, wellness. We'll be having virtual morning runs in the morning. We're also on Central Time going to do kind of a toast every morning to kick off the day and to experience what's coming up next or what's coming on throughout the day and what you may have missed overnight.
Good morning. What are you going to do your morning toast with? What are you going to have in hand?
Ooh, I haven't decided yet. But that's like the good things I get to think. Like we're getting through all the big logistics, and then it's like I can't wait to have that like moment where I get to like think about everything.
Morning cocktail, perhaps. I actually ran across the other day. You're gonna love this. I ran across at a breakfast because they actually gave me I did a story about breakfast at Brennan's several times. I've written about it, and they gave me a breakfast at Brennan's menu. Brennan's did. So I have this Brennan's menu, and I'm looking at all these great cocktails, the absinthe frappe, all these, the punch. So I mean, I was like, oh man, I gotta make some of these great breakfast cocktails during Tales this year.
I love that idea.
I just love breakfast at Brennan's. I really miss it.
I mean, it is one of my most favorite experiences. There's nothing better than being in such a wonderful space with such great hospitality. But I tell everyone that I know, like, one of the reasons that I really think that Tales and like we all get together is like we get to day drink together. And there's nothing more luxe than like getting to like be with your friends in the beautiful sun, in a courtyard, eating great food and day drinking. There's nothing better.
It's really the best. And it's something that, I mean, we want to make, obviously we all encourage responsible drinking, but I mean, the whole day drinking thing and experimenting with cocktails at home for many people that maybe never did before has become obviously a little bit more accessible and popular during the whole pandemic. What do you think about that? I mean, as far as, maybe some new people that are aspiring to become bartenders or who become home bartenders, this is something that could be helpful for them too, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, there's certainly, like, if you're just starting out your journey into learning how to make better beverages, we have a whole 101 series, and that is specifically to learn, we have a 101 of bourbon, like, how do we take these classics? We have Ivy Mix, who's doing a one-on-one on mezcal. I mean, we're taking some of the best in the world and really they're breaking it down into little hour-long bite-sized bits, but it's a good refresher for anyone as well. I just love watching them because it's like those little basic things that I feel like if you can have those fundamentals down right, then you could have more fun. Right. There's a lot of opportunities.
Right. Now, we actually had Ivy Mix on about 2 weeks ago. She's so fantastic. Her book's amazing. She's amazing. Done such a great job. And you all bring together the best from around the world, and it all happens at Tales the Cocktail this year, going virtual for the first time ever. And what do you, I mean, as far as you really got to stay focused, I know, on September, but as this happens, as Tales goes virtual in September, what do you hope that it adds to the next layer for the future, and what are you most looking forward to as Tales grows?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing, the layer that this is going to add is it's going to add that connection, again, globally, that we've always strived to do. But I think that with some of this technology, I would think that we would have a virtual component a huge virtual component along with a real life component moving forward. What I'm most excited about is to see everyone. And I know that even virtually, just to see their names in one place. It's such a special ritual, such a special gathering. And I know it's going to be different, but I think it's still going to have an impact. And I'm just excited for everyone to get together.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It'll be so, because we've missed seeing people so much that we would typically see as I'm on the road hosting my whiskey tastings.
Yeah.
I miss seeing so many people and bartenders across the country, and I think this is going to be a way we can do that. From what I understand too, I want to make sure, because you mentioned the other day in the press conference, we always enjoy seeing the books and the authors, and you're still going to have the same bookstore that usually is in, right?
Yes, we're having our same local bookstore. I'm so excited. They're going to have a bookshop. We're also still going to have some like virtual meet and greets with authors, and they are offering free shipping on all the books that you purchase through them. So again, they'll be on our website. You'll order directly through them. And there are going to be some other vendors, again, that you're going to be able to order and connect with directly through our website. But would love for anyone that usually supports our local bookstore to do the same. And again, he's offering free shipping, which is really lovely. And I know it's going to be great to get together some of our favorite authors.
Absolutely. That's so exciting. And as we're getting closer to Tales, I do recommend whiskey fans, enthusiasts, everyone who follows Bourbon Blog. If you've never been to Tales before, this is really a chance for you to do it. If you've always watched our Tales coverage on Bourbon Blog, well, I'll go ahead and put up our YouTube. It's Bourbon Blog, youtube.com/Bourbon Blog. We have interviews from many years past with Tales people and just bartenders and just great people. So check that out. I'll try to retweet and some of those leading up to it to make us feel even more like we're there. But just, take advantage of this, especially because it's open, accessible, and free to everyone, easy to get to. This is going to be so good. I can't wait to see what you guys do with this. It's very, very exciting. Caroline, you and your team are doing a wonderful job there at Tales of the Cocktail Foundation, and we really appreciate everything you do for the industry. It's really helped all of us connect in a way over the years that we never had before, and we're just so glad we're going to be able to connect in September.
We can't wait. Thank you again for having me on today. It's always a delight to get to spend time with you.
Absolutely, Caroline. And thanks to all who are watching. We'll keep this up permanently on Bourbon Blog and have it on our podcast channel. Share this, like this. Cheers. Cheers, Caroline.
Cheers.
You're about to go